all started 6th grade. I dated a 7th grader. So when I first got to my school, met this girl. She was in 7th grade, and she was hella nice. She was a nerdy. She had poofy hair, and she had curly fry hair. She had a whole group of friends, and adding me into the group made me have a lot more friends than I had to begin with. So yeah, it was cool for me in the beginning of my school, 6th grade. So I met this girl named AJ. I don't necessarily remember how to get it off, but I remember her and I were kind of talking and starting a bond, and I traded phone numbers with her, and it was just like lovey-dovey talk, but like it was such a tease. I love you, and then you say I love you too, but as a friend, and then you're like, yeah, that kind of texting. And eventually we got together. First girlfriend, yeah. Elementary school doesn't count. Yeah, we started dating, and then she started sending selfies of her, and it was very cute. She had a contact picture of me, and I had a contact picture of her with a selfie, and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't that physical. Like, we didn't hold hands or hug. And I did mention my third girlfriend was the one that I kissed, and the other two I have. I was in a relationship with her. It was really awkward and weird. We didn't know how to, be lovey-dovey and stuff, and I was probably rushing it. It was like the last day of school. She wasn't there. I tried looking for her and she wasn't there. And I started like trying to call her like all summer. And then one morning I got an early call at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what? It was her. I get the call, and then the first thing she says, it says, "Hey Chubby." That was my nickname. So she says, "Chubby, I'm breaking up with you." She had a very low voice in the call, and it was just so shocking to me. It's like, psh, what the fuck just happened? And then I asked her, like, why? She just basically broke up with me, and she told me, like, she couldn't explain. And then she says, "Don't ever call me again," and then bye. And yeah, that's all in seriousness, I did love her in some awkward way. Beginning of 7th grade. This was a very depressing year. And who should we call this mysterious second girlfriend? Michelle. Michelle, yes, it all begins with the friendship and then the weirdness and then awkward to the weirdness. So Michelle started hitting things. Okay, let me give you a deep description before I get anything further. She was my friend at first. Anyway, so I started to grow this crush on her, on Michelle, and it grows more and more and more. I forgot how things hit off, honestly, but it was mostly on the phone because I didn't see her that much because she was in 8th grade and I was in 7th grade. Like all relationships, it starts off weird and then it hit things off, and then this is where the weird part gets off. I'm not gonna say too much, but let's just say this is the point of time, the first time a girl told me that she was so it was more, I don't know, but we were horny motherfuckers. Listen, 7th grade, we were very horny motherfuckers. I'm not even gonna joke. I'm gonna straight up tell you, this is the point of time, my dudes, this is the point of time where you start to grow these kind of weird things and stuff, and weird shit coming out of your, okay, there is lust in the relationship, but it wasn't a lot. But the thing is, a 3-day weekend, no, a 4-day weekend. It was weird. I went to San Antonio. No, I went to Eagle Pass. And she started to tell me and call me saying that get the point. It was super freaky and weird. So, where was I? Okay, weird things, weird shit, weird feelings, weird hormones, this and that and that and this. 4-day weekend. This relationship was so quick. I think it was quicker than my first one. That it wasn't even a week. This was the treatment that the first one gave me. I didn't see her at the last day of school, and she didn't call me until the middle of summer. She called me and told me this flip phone. She was using a flip phone, and she's like, I can't text you, and I found another. She straight up told me I found another. It's like, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, that's fucking. So nowadays I just talk about music to her, and it's okay. It's all great. And then so one day, my friend, he's a very funny dude. He dared her to grind near my face. You wouldn't believe me that she actually did grind on my face, and no, not actually like touch my face. It was like, because we're all dancing. It was weird. It's a lot of explaining to do. It's less sexual than you actually think. All you have to know is it was weird. It was crazy. This was more of lust than love than I actually thought it would be. And honestly, it didn't last very long. And the other one lasted about a month. Half a month, actually. So, yeah. This breakup was weird, but it was good while it lasted. Yeah. So, my advice to young people that are watching my videos, make sure you have a great bond with the girl that you're trying to date, and you actually relate to her in a way. Because second one, Michelle, I did not relate to her as well as I do with many people nowadays. Make sure you have a bond with them, at least know them for more than 5 months. Don't rush it. Don't rush it, and don't shoot the bullet. Not just yet. Until you think you actually know for sure that y'all guys are meant to be. Hello everyone, my name is Cheeky Swordsman, and I'm back with you with the last part 3. Hopefully it's the final one. We just call her Gigi. Yeah, that's better because her name starts with a G, so it's all fine and good. So Gigi was my friend since I was in 7th grade. She was a 6th grader, and then we kind of grew a bond. And just to save you all the time, I told this story many times and how we got together. So yeah, we just got together. And Gigi is not like other girls. She likes her hair all over her face, like that emo kind of look. Anyways, she moved schools, and I was in the 9th grade, and it didn't go so well. I didn't get to talk to her for 6 months, and then until New Year's, she started to text me, and it was very awkward. Awkward because I didn't get to talk to her for a few months, and she just started talking to me like, hey, what's up? Like, it was all normal, and I really missed her, so yeah. We promised to visit each other once a day or some shit like that, but that obviously didn't work. And supposedly she's having trouble at her old school, and all this weird jazz about her getting bullied because I'm not gonna say too much, but she didn't look like a girl. That's all I'm gonna say. So she didn't look like normal girls, and that's fine with me. And I just liked her the way she was, so I didn't really say anything about it. But recently, not recently, but at the time, she was talking about how she thinks boys are better than girls, and she's sick and tired of the stereotypes of how she felt of being identified as a girl. So I was like, no, you're the toughest badass chick I know, and she could punch hard. So we got to talk, and we got to get caught up with all the feedback that happened in 6 months. And supposedly her mom just took away her phone, and her mom doesn't know anything about me, and I don't know if she still doesn't to this day. But she we kept on talking and talking, and then she slowly fades away. And she was telling me she was planning on becoming, you know, not her gender, but a guy, basically. So what I told her is, do whatever you want, babe. I said, do whatever you want, but honestly, like you the way you are. And she turned into a dude. She already has her own name, like a guy name. She already has, like, she does something to stop everything from growing, you know? I don't think I need to explain it because many transgender people do that a lot. So if you really want to know what it is, then you should research about that, because BuzzFeed has plenty of videos of people turning transgender and that stuff. It's okay, be you, do you, but I didn't roll like that. So I told her, hey, you know what, if you want to be a dude, then be a dude. So I didn't necessarily tell her that I didn't love her anymore, but I slowly fade away from her life. And because that's not my style, I don't just go, no, if you want to be a guy, then that's fine, but I don't want to be dating a transgender. You know what I'm trying to say? It's very awkward and be like, oh, Chica, you're a fucking asshole, but why'd you do that? It's because I don't roll like that, okay? So I do me, you do you. As long as you're happy, then I'm happy. And slowly I fade away from her life, and the deed is done. Yeah, that completes part 3 of the breakup video saga, or trilogy, whatever the hell you call it. And what I had to give advice, or what I learned from this lesson. Let them be them. If they want to do that, then that's cool. If you still want to be with them, then be with them. If you don't, then it's cool. Don't be with them if you're not into that, you know. Hey guys, next video. Bye bye. With you. All summer after with you. This is my 4th breakup. Did she break up with me? No. I broke up with her. I'll be explaining why, how, and what happens next. To update some of you new viewers, my ex was a 19-year-old. Now let me explain why I broke up with her. I broke up with her for 2 reasons. Number 1, I can't handle long-distance relationships. At this point in time, she's going to college and I'm going to a new high school. And I can't deal with not seeing a person daily, you know, and giving love to them through the phone, because I don't like it through the phone. I just like it face-to-face, physically, you know? I didn't have any of that because she wanted to keep us a secret. I understand because she was kind of scared of the age thing. And my little crush on her has been dragging on my whole freshman year, hoping that she will date me. And the thing is, I should have stopped. It's not that I didn't want to date her or anything. It's the fact that it was off and on again during the school year. She'd say like, oh, I like you that way. And then I say, I don't like you, or I don't feel like in a relationship or anything like that. I feel like the relationship was dragged on. Not true. It was off and on again, and that consistency is really confusing. It gives way too many signals to know, like, back off or to keep going. Second reason is she wanted more. By that I mean like a very, very deep relationship. I'm not saying I've been holding around or anything, but the kind of relationship that she wants is like, you're gonna be with me forever. I think at some point every relationship feels like that. You're gonna be with me forever, but that's the thing, we're not gonna be with each other forever. There's fears, there's doubts, eyes, whispering voices. If I what? She wanted the kind of relationship to, I'm gonna marry you. And that kind of scared me because I was 15 now. Yeah, I was 15 at the time, and it's like, hey, you're an adult, I'm kind of a minor, and I was thinking, you know, I kind of have a lot to live and experience, you know. That's why you live and learn. You go through things and then you learn from your mistakes, or you don't. You fuck up a few times and then you'll get it. What I'm trying to say is that I want to be with other girls to have different experiences. If you stay with the same person for years, then what are you gonna learn? I think by the 1 year time lapse, you pretty much know everything about each other. So she wanted something more. I can't give her that. I couldn't. Long distance, and she wanted more. Now to explain how. I'm not gonna lie, my love for her kind of blew out. Like, the spark just went out. She was hiding me from our friends and her parents, and it was just too much drama. And I was thinking maybe she has self-doubt or anything about this, you know. I was thinking about it before, this is all before school started. I was thinking about it and thinking like, do I want to break up with her before school starts? Or do I want to keep the relationship going? And it was so damn hard to say, I don't love you anymore. That was so difficult for me to text or even say it and call. Yeah, it was through the phone. We could see each other, so yeah. 1 week before the breakup, I did not talk a word with her, and we were video chatting on Snapchat. And it was like until like 3 o'clock in the morning, she finally asked, "What's wrong?" And over again, I'm like, do I really want to break up with her? I asked again and again and again, and I looked to the camera very sad, and I think she had a feeling that I was gonna say I want to break up. She looked away from the camera and say, "No, I actually don't want to know. I don't want to know." And then I told her we should take a break. I remember these 3 words that she said to me that just made my throat feel super heavy. She had a crying, weeping voice saying, "What the hell?" I was thinking so much about it, and she did give away too much to me. Way too much. She gave in a little bit too much. We both started crying, and it was really heartbreaking. I don't know, something in my head, after crying for 20 minutes, I try to explain why. But in my head, I'm like thinking, just give it a chance after a week. Just 1 more week. And then she asked me, "Do you really want to break up?" I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, "Why? Then why would you say that?" She was just questioning why. After that sad episode, all that week, I couldn't talk to her. September 10th, a day before school started. It was on a Sunday. I wrote her, before I called her. We were on the call. And I said, "I'm sleepy, I want to start school already." And then it was just the usual. And then I hang up, I pretend to be sleepy. And in reality, I was really scared to tell her that I wanted to break up with her. So I write her 3 essays explaining why and stuff. And she was telling me, "No, I can fix it. It's all my fault." That the thing that broke me the most is, it's not her fault. It's not. It's the fact that I'm not the one. She will find someone better than me that's better in her eyes, you know. I didn't see her reaction because it was just all in text, and all I saw was crying emojis and heartbreak emojis. I even invited her to my birthday, but she wanted to come over to my house just to talk, and that's not what my birthday is about, so I told her not to come at all. My birthday was 4 days after the breakup. September 14th. After the breakup, when school started, I saw her stalking my Instagram and Snapchat and such. In the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, I just woke up randomly. I checked my Snapchat and I see her with a selfie of her, like the side, and you can see a tear flowing down her eye. I can't remember what it said, but I remember after I saw it, she deleted it and said, "Hey, if you need me, text me. I'm having a break of social media." That's when I unfollowed her on Snapchat and Instagram. Does she want me back? Yes. Do I want her back? No. I seen her after the social media unfollowing stuff, and the end result is not pretty. She would stalk my bio. I would stalk hers too. I want to see how she's doing, and by that I had to look at her bio. She would post stuff like brokenhearted or God is great or something like that. She basically sealed herself away from love and just focused on God. She wanted to love God more and put God in our relationship, which I don't really understand. Do we have to go to church together or something? I don't know, it was just very weird and complicated. But that's beside the point. After breaking up with her, yes, I did cry. I got over it quickly because through my experiences, I've been through worse. But you don't have to worry about that anymore. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Homecoming. So without further ado, it's Jushin Jam time. Just for purposes and reasons, we're gonna call her by Lucina, which is my ex. So yeah, we're gonna call her by that. The way I met Lucina was through my friend group. My friend gave me well, gave my Snapchat to her, and that's when we started talking. So she started venting out to me for a couple of weeks when we started to get to know each other. They're mostly about her boyfriend, so yeah. I'm not gonna be in depth of too much description. I'm just gonna keep it low key, which is like she's been saying like I've been meaning to break up with him. It's off and on, you know. And what I've learned from experience, don't go with half-assed things, half-assed friends, half-assed girlfriends, half-assed relationships, just half-assed anything. Don't do that. Don't go with that. I can't remember when I confessed my feelings for her, but I did. And she was still in a relationship with her boyfriend. I knew very well that that's her boyfriend. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's her boyfriend. I met her boyfriend. Alarms go off my head saying like, don't do that. Don't try to be with her because she's already in the relationship. But in the other side of my head saying she's been meaning to break up with him. So if she breaks up with him, then she could be with me. So yeah, that's when homecoming happened. Homecoming. It was on a Saturday night. Some of my friends went to homecoming, but I didn't want to go homecoming because not a lot of people are going to go. And compared to the large amount of people that are in our school daily, it's like 1/8 in there in homecoming. But it was more fucking lit than Yes Prep, I can tell you that. I asked if Lucina was going to come over to the homecoming dance, and then she's like, no, I had to go to this thing with my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And for some odd reason, she was just texting me like rapidly, not rapidly, but like very quickly in reply-wise. If she has to be somewhere with her boyfriend, then why is she responding to me so fast? And guess what happened? She just her boyfriend so she can come to homecoming with me. And I didn't know anything. I didn't know she was coming. I was so surprised when she came. I'm like, oh shit, you here? And at the time, she was well aware that I had a crush on her. I'm not sure how I did it or how she knew, but she had a feeling. So like, she gave me so many signals that she did have a crush on me back. But then again, she doesn't want to be a cheater with her boyfriend and stuff. So we sit there on the tables, and we're just like chilling, and we look around, see where we can go, and because we didn't dance or anything, we're just trying to look for somewhere to go. So I see people coming out of the building, coming in and out of the building, and they've been showing their passes to the people that they see your ticket and they let you in. I'm like, do you have your ticket? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I have my ticket too. And then I'm like, do you want to get out of here? She said, sure. So we got out there. There's a field behind our school, and so we started walking on the sidewalk where the fences are at that are outside of the field. So like field, fence, and then sidewalk. So we were walking over there. It was cold at night. So I gave her my flannel, the little checker pattern shirt thing that's like long sleeve and button up. I gave her that so she can stay warm. Then I held her hand, and then she held my hand. I'm like thinking like she has a boyfriend. I shouldn't be doing this. But then the other side of me is saying like, oh, this is a gamer girl. How you gonna miss an opportunity, dude? On one side I was feeling guilty, and the other side I knew what I was doing, and it was complicated. Then we came to a stop where no one could see us, and except for cars passing by, obviously. So we came to a stop, and then she's like, so, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know, what do you want to do? And it's all like awkward anime blush and stuff. We're just blushing the whole time, and we didn't know what the hell to do, because I knew she was trying so hard not to like fall for me because she's in a relationship already. But I put my arms around her, and then she put her arms around me. Then we started to make out. It was kissing, stuff like that, cuddling, stuff. I'm still a virgin. It didn't go to that point. It didn't go, no. So we stayed there until like 10:30, and so like our parents had to pick us up. So we walked back, and my friends and my sister was like spamming my phone and calling me, like saying, "Where you at? Where you at?" And then I told my sister, and then she was like, "Oh, okay." And then my friend backed me up and says like, "You better not snitch on your brother because that's fucked up." And then she didn't snitch on me, and it was all good. I always do those late night calls with people. So like after our parents picked us up from homecoming, we talked on the phone. Then she was telling me that she didn't feel right, that she feels like a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, that's understandable. You just cheat on your boyfriend. And one special fact about this relationship with them two, they've been going out for 3 years. So I just happened to be the little birdie who flicked it up. I told everyone about stuff, about homecoming and stuff. I made out with her and she was still with her boyfriend. It was not supposed, but it was just to like, hey dude, this is what happened at homecoming. And then I get comments like, damn, Cheeky, you missed to see you, girl. And then other comments saying like, I raised you well. That's my son right there. And that's my friend saying that. That's not my dad. We both felt guilty. Well, me less because I barely knew the guy. Her boyfriend, what we should call him? Marth. Those are Fire Emblem references. That phone call after homecoming later that night, she said that she broke up with him. Wow. Make out and a breakout. She felt so sad that she was saying that she's a piece of shit, she's horrible, she's a horrible person. And I was just comforting her, and then we finally fell asleep, and I started talking to her until we started like school because it was on a weekend, and she felt better. One day he didn't come to school, and she was so worried that he might something that's like over the top. Because shit, my girl were to break up with me and was cheating on me for a guy that she only knew for a few weeks, and then us had a relationship for 3 years, I would be pissed off too. He comes back the next day. He cut his hair into a fade and some hair on top, and we're like, God damn, this guy came in fresh as fuck. And me being the guy that she cheated on, that's coming from me. He fixed himself really good. He had a coat, he had a tie, he had everything. It was like, God damn, dude. And you know what's the occasion? It was their 3-year anniversary. But he doesn't realize that she broke up with him. And he made a whole setup, like gifts, like photos, books, CDs. He got the whole thing. Memories, like a scrapbook saying like, oh, you remember in motherfucking 2015, this happened, that happened. I was like, wow, he remembers. I was right here, sitting down. She's right here. And then he's right here. Do you know how awkward I felt? I think that's like the most awkwardest moment in my life. I had to get up and pace around because we're outside. We can walk wherever the fuck we want. And you could feel the awkwardness. Not just for me. Everyone just felt the awkwardness. Not him presenting stuff. No, that was cool. But like me being there and him being there and hers, it was all kinds of awkward. After his little presentation and stuff and gifts and stuff, I was walking her back to class, and then she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nah, just paranoid. And then she's like, oh, well, he's just closing our chapter of our relationship and all that stuff. And then I'm like, yeah. Once I ring, yeah, he's not over. And the other side is saying like, man, I got a good girlfriend. We stay after school at the benches, and he came. Awkward moment part 2. I don't want to tell them all because it is their 3-year anniversary. Well, it shouldn't be. Technically not because she broke up with him. Anyways, I wanted to tell them off so bad, like, can you go away? But I was like, you know what? 3-year anniversary, I'll let him live his day. So I left it alone, but I was sitting next to her the whole time. And then she was telling me to talk to him, but like, he didn't want to talk to me, so I was like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Then my mom picked me up from school, and then when we drive by, I could see them two talking, so I was like, oh, it's kind of weird. Them two by themselves. That, some weeks she's like, oh, I'm at school, because after school she's there, and she doesn't have a ride. I'm like, so what are you doing? And then she's like, oh, I'm hanging out with Marth. And then I'm like, okay, is he doing anything weird? And then she's like, no. Alright. Next Saturday, I came over to her house and we played video games. We played N64, some Pokemon Stadium, some just random video games. We made out, of course. Then he showed up to pick up his CDs, and he was like, hey. I'm like, hey, what's going on, bro? It was like very awkward too. When I left, I'm like, man, this is good. This is all great. Like, I was so happy at that point. I'm like, man, life is going great. Then life grabs you by the balls, twists it 360, and puts you like a speed bag. So later that night, she confessed to him that she cheated on him, so he went over. Keep in mind, I said later at night, as in like 1 o'clock in the morning. The next morning, I get text and stuff. Good morning, how was your day? How'd you sleep? The usual. Then she wanted to video chat with me, and she told me this. He left that night at her house at 5 o'clock in the morning. Next video. Bye-bye.
When I look at you, I couldn't see myself passing through your room.
We left off with her ex being there at her house until 5 o'clock in the morning. When she video chatted me that morning, I was so confused of why she was down and sad. She kept saying that I'm a horrible person, I'm a piece of shit, and then she finally spit out that she was making out with her ex. Keep in mind, that same Saturday was the same Saturday that I went over to hang out and play video games. Then later that night, she cheated on me. And that's not the first time she cheated on me. The first time was after school with him at a park. Supposedly, it was forced. And then the second time, I'm not sure if it was forced or is it just on purpose, but to this point, I don't really care. Being the nice person I am and the good-hearted person I am, I gave her a second chance, even though she cheated on me twice. I consider cheating putting a lips on another person's lips when you're in a relationship. That's obviously not your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Was I pissed off? Yes. Did I want to break up with her at that moment? Yes. She asked me, are you going to break up with me? Yada yada. I said no, but I'm going to give you a chance. On one condition. If you stop talking to him, like, block him out of your life. Like, all social medias, physical, like, contact, none of that stuff. I wanted to, like, completely block him out of her life. And then she says, okay. You're probably saying, Cheeky, what the hell, man? What the fuck? Why did you say that? You're an asshole. First of all, you shouldn't be talking to your ex in any other circumstances when you're in a relationship already. Secondly, feels always come back, so you never should hang out with your ex when you're already in a relationship. But wait, there's more drama. After that episode, she tries to play it off, say, like, are you mad at me? I'm like, yes. And then she's like, why? And I'm like, you know why. Then for that week where, after I find out that she cheated on me, it was so weird because her ex was trying to be friends with me. I'm a respectful kind of guy. I'm not going to shit talk you just because you did something. He pulled me out of the little group I was sitting with at lunch with my ex and my friend. And he started to talk to me about all these things that happened to him in his past or something like that. He talked to me for the whole lunch period away from my ex. He was respectful and talking to me and stuff. But the thing is, he doesn't give a shit about me. Which, in my terms, if you don't give a shit about me, then I don't give a shit about you. So, why would you be friends with the guy that your girlfriend cheated on you with? That confused me so much. Then he asked me, how does it feel to be cheated on? And you know what I said to him? I looked him straight in the eye and said, hurt. But I was only dating her for 1 week, and I can't be a little bitch because she cheated on you, and you have like a 3-year relationship with her. I still had the right to be hurt, but not as hurt as him, because they had like a 3-year relationship streak, and I can't be a little bitch about it. Then he asked, do you think what you did was wrong? I told him yes. He was just interviewing me for the whole 70 minutes that we had for lunch. No, 80 minutes of lunch. I like the fact that he knew not to talk to her anymore. Like, if a girl tells you not to talk to him anymore, that means, like, back the fuck off. And here's the thing, I didn't force her to make her stop talking to him. I just told her, like, you don't stop talking to him, something's gonna happen. Then a week passes by, I stay after school sometimes with her and make out and stuff. Friday 17th was the last day before we go to Thanksgiving break, and that's when I broke up with her. That day we had advocacy. Advocacy is where you get your report cards and stuff, which is a period before you go to lunch. She always meets me up on every passing period, no matter where she is or where I am, she always meets me up. Then I see my friend passing by, which is her friend too. She says, hey, your girlfriend's over there, and I was waiting for her and trying to look for her. The classrooms and hallways start to get all quiet and empty. And who I see in the end of the hallway, guess who I saw? Them two, by themselves, walking and talking. I speed walked all the way at the end of the hallway just to see what's up. I came up from behind them like a snake. I was kind of like backing off and then listening into the conversation because she didn't notice me yet. Then I came up on my, hey guys. Her ex didn't say anything, but then she's like, oh hey. Then I was like, so what are you guys talking about? And she's like, oh, life. I'm like, alright. We went downstairs and then we started walking and they were talking. I wasn't talking to her at all. So, I was walking in front of them, they hold the door, they come outside, and then her ex's friend, which is her friend also, is there, and they're like, hey, and they start to talk, all three of them were talking, and we're just like in the middle of the courtyard, just standing there, and they're talking. My girlfriend, or my ex, has offered to hold my hand, or ask how's my day, or something like that. She was all gussied up with her ex. In my head, I was thinking, I was like, I already told her to stop talking to him, because she's gonna grow back feelings or some shit, because the 3-year streak, they're obviously gonna have, like, an attachment to each other. Then she was like, after she was done conversating with her ex and stuff, she's like, where do you want to sit? I'm like, I don't know. I was just putting on my face. That I'm pissed off at you face that you had to figure out why. We sat down at her old spot. No one was there. And we sat down and then we just chilled. She asked me, why you mad? I'm not gonna stop until you tell me why. She was trying to kiss me, she's trying to snuggle with me. I'm like, no, like trying to get away from her. Because fuck that shit. I didn't know if she knew why I was pissed off at that time, but I was. I obviously was. Her ex comes back and offers pizza, and they stay there, they start talking, and I left her because I usually walk her to class, but I didn't. Then she sent me a text saying like, wow, thanks for walking me back to my class. Really? So I had 2 more periods left before the end of the day, and I started to ask my friends around me like, hey, if you're in this situation, what would you do? My guy friends said like, oh man, she's a hoe, man. You should break up with her as soon as you can. And my female friends were telling me like, oh, you should break up with her because that shouldn't be happening. And then she was texting me the whole time, like, hey, if you don't meet me up on past period, that means you don't give a shit about me, that you don't want anything to do with me. So the second last period, before we leave, the last period before we leave, I went up to her and say, quick question, why the actual fuck were you talking with your ex? Then she told me, like, all casually, I was just updating him about life. That's what they want. They want to see how you doing or what's going on. Then, for my next period, I asked my friends, like, what do you think I should do in this situation? They say break up with her because that's not cool. So I started to take deep breaths, like, okay, I'm not going to break up with her phone or text, none of that bullshit. I'm going to straight up go up to her face to face, saying, I want to break up with you. So, here comes the part. The bell rang, and then I walked up to where we usually meet for after school. She looked at me silently, and then I walked up to her, and I told her, straight in the eye, I'm breaking up with you. Then her face started to tear up, and she started to cry, and I wanted to cry, but like I physically can't because it's really hard for me to cry. And then I started to walk away. She grabbed me by the hand and said, "Don't go, don't leave me." And then I'm like, "No, I need to go." And she was just trying to hold me, and she wanted a hug, so I gave her a hug. And I think she was trying to kiss me, and then I'm like, "No." And then I pulled her away. I pushed her away. And then she grabbed my wrist again and tried to hold my hand. I'm like, "No." And then I just ran away. I was listening to a song, but I'm gonna put that as my outro. I ran away, like literally ran away with listening to that song on my headset. Ran to my bus stop, and while I was running, everyone was asking, "Hey Gus, what's wrong?" And then they were like trying to stop me, and I kept running. Everyone was asking me, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I ran out the door, and I went to my bus stop, and my sister saw that I was about to cry, and I told her what happened. Just before our bus came, she went to go tell off my ex, and then because after that whole episode, that whole scene, she went with her ex, and her ex was comforting her. My sister told straight up, like, leave me the fuck alone, like, leave my brother alone, fuck off and everything. She told him off, and they stopped talking to me. That's breakup part 5, my 5th breakup. But does the video end there? No. Let me tell you about the aftermath. I told my friends during Thanksgiving break, like, this would happen. They're like, oh, that fucking sucks. And then when I came back, everyone started to, like, come up to me during class or, like, in the hallways saying, like, are you okay? How are you doing? They're saying, like, oh, she's a hoe or she's a slut. Do you want me to beat her up for you? I fucking hate her, this and that. But they're just trying to look out for me, and they saw I was hurt, and they wanted to find out who hurt me. They're just calling her out and stuff, and they just couldn't see me sad. I said, yes, I'm fine, I'm okay, there's no need for fighting or anything, and then everyone was just being so nice to me, and I really appreciate that part. I don't know what kind of BS was going on with her, but I think she said, like, oh, he broke up with me. Yeah, for reasons. And then she tried to explain why she made out with him. He was blackmailing her. He's threatening to hurt himself in a way that's way over the top. Listen, if you had an ex and they're trying to make you, they're trying to make themselves feel better and come back to you and stuff like that, would you make out with them even though they threatened to hurt themselves? Because she did that just so he won't hurt himself. But that's the thing, that's some pity shit. For my ex to be hurting herself or stuff like that, no, she wasn't hurting herself, but like if I'm saying, like, for example, I would not give a shit. Because you are doing that to yourself just because you want pleasure from me when I don't want anything to do with you. And again, I'm saying this for example. She wanted to be friends, and I said no because I don't want to have feelings for you again. Her friend, which is my friend, she told me saying, like, you took the easy way out. How are you going to tell me what's easy and what's not? She said that if you truly love her, then you would stay with her. Well, that girl cheated on me. What am I supposed to do? I even gave her a second chance even though she made out with him twice. First time forced, but still to this day, people even ask me, like, do you want me to call her out? Do you want me to fight her? Do you want me to do this and that? I'm like, no, don't do anything of that, like, that matter. I'm flattered and I appreciate that people want to protect me and stuff, but there's no need for all that stuff to happen. Before I end off this video, I'm gonna ask some questions to myself and answer them to y'all. Do I regret breaking up with her? No. Do I still want to be friends with her? At this time, no. Do I think that it could have ended better? Yeah. Will I ever go back with her? At this time, no, because I lost all trust in her and everything. That concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching for this whole series and stuff.
I will not kiss you. Lips are chapped and faded, call my...
Hello everyone, my name is Shiki Swordsman, and it's been a while. I just finished editing this whole breakup series thing without no filler and just put it in one video. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm freaking tired. I just want to say a message before I go to bed and I put this into the video. I just want to say, after overall watching all these videos and editing them and actually listening to them and listening to the lessons and stuff, I just want to say that I've learned so much from this point on. I thank you guys so much for supporting me through all of this journey. And I'm making an announcement to say I'm not doing any more of these videos. All these breakup videos I'm not doing anymore. The 5th one was my last one. And that's pretty much what I wanted to say. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it and binge watch it with a friend of yours. So yeah. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.